Welcome back to Coder Beans. Do you want to ace your next JavaScript coding interview? Well, you're in the right place. This video will provide a comprehensive overview of some of the most common JavaScript interview questions and answers. What is JavaScript? Answer: JavaScript is a high-level interpreted programming language used for building dynamic web applications. It runs in the browser. Explain the difference between null and undefined. Answer: null is an explicitly assigned value, while undefined represents the absence of a value or uninitialized variable. For example, if we want to set a variable's value as null, we will code it like this: let x equal null. And if we declare a variable without initializing it, JavaScript will set it as undefined like this: let name. How do you declare a variable in JavaScript? Answer: you can declare a variable using var, let, or const. For example, var x equals 10. What is the difference between let, const, and var? Answer: let and const have block scope, while var has function scope. Const cannot be reassigned, while let and var can. In modern JavaScript, it's generally recommended to use let and const over var. We use let when we need to reassign a variable, and use const when the variable should not be reassigned. This helps prevent unintentional variable reassignment and enforces better coding practices. It's also a good idea to prefer block-scoped variables, let and const, over function-scoped variables, var, to minimize potential issues with variable scope and hoisting. Here are a few examples. See the screen in the background. What is a closure in JavaScript? Answer: a closure is an inner function that has access to its own scope, the outer enclosing function scope, and the global scope. What are the primitive data types in JavaScript? Answer: the primitive data types in JavaScript are string, number, boolean, null, undefined, and symbol. How do you check the type of a variable? Answer: you can use the type of operator. For example, type of x returns a string representing the type of x. What is variable hoisting in JavaScript? Answer: variable declarations are moved to the top of their containing function or block, but assignments are not. This behavior is known as hoisting. 1. Explain the difference between == and ===. Answer: == performs type conversion to find the equality, while == performs strict equality without type conversion. What are template literals in JavaScript? Answer: template literals are string literals that allow for embedded expressions using $Oz. We use backticks to enclose these expressions. For example, please see the screen in the background. What are arrays, functions, and objects in JavaScript? Answer: an array is used to store a collection of values, such as a list of numbers or a list of strings like names, etc. A function is a block of code that performs a specific task or returns a value. An object is a non-primitive data type which can hold multiple values or combination of values, function, and other objects. 1. What is loop and what are types of loops in JavaScript? Answer: a loop is a programming way to run a set of instructions code repeatedly until a certain condition is met. There are for, while, do while, for, of, for, ... in, and for each loop in JavaScript. For loop allows to iterate a block of code a specific number of times. For example, while loop execute a block of code while a certain condition is true. For example, the do while loop is similar to the while loop, except that the block of code is executed at least once, even if the condition is false. For example, 1. What is the difference between for, of, and for ... in loops in JavaScript? Answer: for of loop is used to loop through the values of an object like arrays, strings. It allows you to access each value directly without having to use an index. For example, for ... in loop is used to loop through the properties of an object. It allows you to iterate over the keys of an object and access the values associated with those keys. 1. What is the for each method in JavaScript? Answer: for each is a method available on arrays or object that allows you to iterate over each element of the array or each property of the object and perform some action on each element or property, as you can see in the following code examples. 1. How do you define a function in JavaScript? Answer: you can define a function using the function keyword or arrow functions, ES6, for example. 1. What is the difference between function declarations and function expressions? Answer: function declarations are hoisted, while function expressions are not. Function declarations can be used before the declaration. 1. What is a callback function in JavaScript? Answer: a callback function is a function passed as an argument to another function and is intended to be executed after a specific task or event has occurred. For example, explain the concept of this in JavaScript. Answer: this refers to the current execution context. Its value depends on how a function is called: global, method, constructor, etc. What is named function and anonymous function in JavaScript? Answer: named functions are defined with a function name and can be used before or after their declaration. They are often used for reusable code blocks and are commonly defined using the function keyword. For example, what is a function expression in JavaScript? A function expression is a way to define a function in JavaScript by assigning it to a variable. It can be both named and anonymous functions. For example, 1. What is an arrow function in JavaScript? Arrow functions provide a more concise way to write functions. They are often used for short, simple functions and are especially common when working with array methods. For example, make sure you subscribe to our channel Coder Beans for more content like this. Hit the bell icon to get notified about our new videos. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, as your feedback helps us to improve and deliver better content. Check Coder Beans' website for written content.